Hey, this is Matt from the Woodworking Nook. Today, I'm going to show you how I made this super small biscuit out of this larger biscuit. And stick around to the end and I'll show you how you can get access to the template. Alright, so the issue I ran into was I wanted to use biscuits entirely on this build when I was making this step stool. Mainly because I didn't want any nail holes on the side or any screw holes on the side or pocket joinery, and a biscuit joiner was all I had. So using a number 10 biscuit was fine for all the joints except for one. This was a 2-inch wide piece, and wanting to stay consistent, I tried out the 0 size, which is a step down from the number 10, and that would have technically worked, but the slot that you needed to cut was going to be too wide and you would have been able to see it from the top here. So I did some research online and I found these FF sized biscuits and thought, oh, that's going to work great. See? But the problem is that you need a specific biscuit joiner to cut this, and all I had was my DeWalt one. The reason being is because the FF size uses a smaller blade to cut the slot as opposed to these larger biscuits. The radius on it is, I believe it was like a 2-inch blade, where these are all 4-inch blades. So, not wanting to give up, I designed a template on my own to make a very small biscuit using that 4-inch radius circle to make this smaller biscuit template. So to make the biscuits, what you need to do is cut out one of the biscuits from the template and glue that onto another biscuit. I put a piece of painter's tape down and then add glue. That way I can peel off the template pretty easily once we're done. So after I apply the template, I use a saw to cut around the template to get as close as I can, but not going over that line. I then take out the belt sander and use the belt sander to get really close to that line so that it creates that curve on the new biscuit. After they're done, you can peel off that template and you'll want to take some sandpaper just to round over that edge on the new biscuit. That way it can slide into the slot pretty easily. After you've made a few of the biscuits, you'll want to adjust your biscuit joiner. Now, initially, you'll want to set it to the 0 setting because that is the least amount of cut that your biscuit joiner will currently do. And then on your biscuit joiner, I believe all of them have this ability, but I'm not totally sure. There's a screw in the front here that you can adjust to make sure that your depth stop is at the correct depth. So what we're going to do is reduce the depth that we cut with our biscuit joiner on the 0 setting so that we can cut the biscuits to this custom biscuit. What I found with my biscuit joiner is that I brought the depth stop all the way forward so that it would stop as soon as this depth stop would allow it. So it was the smallest slot it could cut, basically. You want to remember to set this back after as well so that you don't accidentally cut the wrong slots for a new project. And that pretty much does it. Let me know what you all think about these super small biscuits. If I should have just used a pin nailer to pin that one piece in and filled it with wood putty, or if you like the idea of using these super small biscuits. I'll have this template linked down below that you can pick up for yourself. And I'll see you all on the next video.